G'day, my name's Steve and this is Reevesy's Workshops. Today I'd like to share with you my first experience with 3D printing. I'd like to use our club logo on one of my up-and-coming projects. I thought perhaps I might be able to print it out using the 3D printing method. This is on the back of my club jacket. It shows you the logo. Here's where it came from originally. This is what, of course, our secretary and so forth would use when sending emails and things out to everyone. So I'd like to use a reduced size version of this. Our club 3D printer looks very similar to this one, and I notice this one's on special for about $600. I'm told our club one's worth $1,500, so you can see the price of these make it something manageable for the home hobbyist. I'm not really going to get one myself and get into it too much, but as the club has one, now I'm curious, I thought I'd have a go and see what it's all about. So the first step was for one of the members to take this electronic version and make a 3D CAD drawing of it on his home computer. It was then put in a thumbnail, taken over to the printer, put into the printer, and from there it was able to print it all off. So that's the wire that they use in the 3D printer. I guess it's not really a wire because it's made of plastic. Red and orange are the two colours. It'll give yellow. So we'll put it in the machine and see how it goes. This is the club's 3D printer. I'm told it has a table size of 300 millimeters by 300 millimeters, so it's quite large for a hobby type printer. That's the control for it down here, where they put the thumb drive in to do the programming. Here we've got the printing head and another view of the table. A scraper to scrape and clean the table. Here's where our plastic feeds through. They've got this one set up black as a standard for anyone to use. You can see the cable feeds in through the top of the head there. The club has multiple colours up here for people to choose from, of which my two are only just one of many. And then the other thing I'll show you is this little heater they use to drive the moisture out of the filament. So I'll show you a short video now of the printer in operation. Here you see the end result, which turned out quite nicely and will be quite suitable for what I want to do. I notice on these other two though, we have a little bit of imperfection on them. You can just see there, there's little holes in here, and what I'm told happens is as the printer prints the part out, it will put these holes in on an angle to strengthen the whole thing, and then the final few layers covers the hole up and you don't even know it's there. Not sure what happened to this one, and the other ones had the same thing happen to it, unfortunately. So really these two are rejects, but this one come out perfect. So I'm happy with my first experience of 3D printing. Several of the members are making a 5-inch gauge hopper wagon project. Here's the chassis that you can see here. And this is a good example of where the 3D printing is of advantage. You can see this spring here. In the old days that would have been made of brass or gunmetal, and today it gets made in plastic. But it's the same concept as the old days. You'll have a coil spring in the center here, and this is all dummy. But it's a good way of making components. Here are some more examples of what 3D printing can do. You can see here a wheel pattern. If you go back and have a look at the chassis, you can see they were made of aluminium. So I'm guessing this pattern was used in the lost wax process to cast the wheels, and they would have steel tires on them, of course. Here's another component that can be bolted straight onto that chassis because it's not carrying any load, and so it doesn't matter what material is used. Same with this angle iron that goes on the bodywork. Look at the detail on there. Another advantage of using the 3D printer. Similarly with this buffer stop body, and then the axle boxes of the wagons is made of steel with bronze bushes in them for the axles, and then these pieces go onto the axle box, and it has all that fine detail that gives a much more scaled appearance. You probably can't see the writing on here, it's a little out of focus, but it tells you which railway company the wagons belong to. And there's yet another piece. Again, it's not carrying any load of any kind or near any heat source, so it can be bolted straight onto the wagon. And then I've got these other pieces up here. They're not related to the wagon at all. They're just here to show you other things that the 3D printer can do and other applications. So we're looking at the future here. It's amazing. So there you have it, my first experience with 3D printing. I think the next time I'll use this, I'll probably use it for something like making patterns for getting castings done, as it's difficult now to find people that can make patterns the traditional way in wood. So in an up-and-coming video tutorial, we'll have a look at using that method for making some other parts. So stay tuned. See ya.